Hello everyone and welcome to another LDE webinar. Today we have members from Future Direction SPICE team presenting It's My Life, Self-Advocacy for People with Learning Disabilities. The purpose of this webinar is to share ideas and discuss the importance of self-advocacy. The presentation will focus on how people with learning disabilities are supported to get their voices heard, feel respected, and to get the best outcomes. This webinar will be led by SPICE self-advocates Daniel and Maz, who will share their stories and inspire others. And now LDE presents Daniel, Kim, Jenny, and Maz presenting It's My Life, Self-Advocacy for People with Learning Disabilities.
Hi everybody, welcome to the presentation.
It's My Life, Self-Advocacy for People with Learning Disabilities.
Hi, my name's Maz.
Hello, my name is Dr. Daniel Doherty.
Hi, my name's Jenny Neville, and I'm Project Manager at Future Directions CIC, which is a social care provider based in Greater Manchester. And we provide support to people with learning disabilities and complex needs across a number of supported living and outreach services.
Hi, my name's Kim Barrett. I'm the personalisation lead for the organisation.
The SPICE Group. SPICE stands for Supporting People with Community Employment. We were founded about 10 years ago. We are a user-led self-advocacy group supported by Future Directions. We use our live experiences and first-hand knowledge to improve the lives for people with learning disabilities. We are experts by experience.
So what does that mean, Daniel?
We are experts by our experiences because we have got learning disabilities. We know what how to treat it. We know what that like wrong.
So you do all sorts of different things as part of the SPICE group, don't you?
We do training for Salford University. We do stuff like so we interview students. We do role plays, nurses. We do teaching.
And what sort of things do you teach?
On history, communication, and advocacy.
Getting it right, team.
What do you do now as part of getting it right team?
We go around and look at other people's properties where they all live and make sure that they're getting the care what they actually need and making sure they are treated with respect and dignity. We do a report. We also do a report at the end, and then we write it all up, and then if there's any recommendations, we'll let the manager know, and then they can make the changes.
Hate crime awareness. We do a hate crime workshops for the police. We do it for people on self-learning to tell them how important that to report a hate crime. It's so important who to ask when you report a hate crime.
C-ability training, we also do. In the C-ability training, we also do looking after how to look after your eyes. And then what we'll do is we get everybody together and we'll do some questions. And I do self-advocacy group.
Training DVDs. Where we do training on My House, My Home, positive behavioural support, and autism awareness.
Friendships and relationships training. We help people to get a relationship, or we have people so they can make choices if they want a relationship and who they'd like to go out with, and they take them to like different places so they can meet somebody who they like and not what other people like.
We do a self-advocacy training. We'll talk about it later on.
We do interviewing for all the services. We also interview for support staff and also managers for future directions. It's really important that I choose my own staff, so I've got a lot of say in it, because if you know, you might not get on with the person.
Speak at conferences. We've spoke at the Northwest Self-Advocacy Conference in Blackpool, LDE, Annual Expert Conference, Change Conferences, and local events. A bit about the history of self-advocacy. It became powerful in America around the 1960s when people started to challenge how people with learning disabilities were being treated. Long-stay hospitals started to close. People first started in 1984. NHS and the Community Care Act 1990. Learning People 2001 say that self-advocates is when a group of people come together and speak up for themselves. I've been involved in Passion for Lead for 25 years, so I'm not remember. And how we got started was, we started as a small group of people. When we started to challenge certain services because people were being charged for a day service out of their own benefits. That was wrong, so we challenged that. We won that. It was voluntary. What we were involved with people to take us seriously. When we were starting, it was.
And that's quite a brave thing to do. So, what were the challenges when you first started?
I think the big challenges was people in the big bosses, again, that we should be here. We should be making some noises. We should be kept quiet, didn't say anything. We didn't want that. We wanted to change things for the better. A lot of people in Manchester, and people who live in Manchester who've got a learning disability. What does a self-advocacy? What does that mean to yours?
Niles, what does self-advocacy mean to you?
Well, we speak up for ourselves and make decisions ourselves.
No, being able to make our own decisions and make our own choices. Not. Well, this is easy because making even, it could be the small decisions and the big ones, but it's our choice in the end. Knowing my rights, Human Rights Act 1998, Article 2001, and then a Care Act 2014. These are acts, but we know that these are acts. But we know how we need to be respected. Speaking up for ourselves, sticking up for ourselves is quite important, because in the past people have been ignored, not listened to. This is time that whenever we spoke up for ourselves and got what we wanted, having the confidence to ask for what you want and need and what we want. If somebody is very set by it, because we want to say things everybody else, and not like anybody else. So it has you've got a lot of nerve to have the confidence to do that. But confidence is the only way you can stay strong.
People listen to me. People understanding what I want.
Know the right to ask for help and advice. Oh yeah, because I'm in a community circle. My community circle is people on that is people I've chosen on it, not what anyone else has chosen. Not people ask me about people who like support me, who I trust.
And for people who don't know what a community circle is, do you want to explain a little bit about how
Community
that
circle
helps
is,
you?
I think it's a circle of people where if you're making a dream, a circle makes that dream come true. So my dream was, but like that'll be later on. To tell people when we are happy or upset about something, and when we want to change something. And how small or big it is, it should be allowed to change it, but it's our choice.
So we can build relationships and tell people how we are feeling. People listen.
Why is it important, Maz, that people listen to you?
Because if people don't listen to you, you tend to stay in, it feels like you're back into a corner because people don't feel like they're being spoken to like you want to be spoken to like. So people listen to and respect my wishes.
Be confident and not being aggressive when talking to people. If you're aggressive, you get labelled as someone with a challenging behaviour. You get a better response if you are assertive. Influence how the general public see and treat people with a learning disability.
I can make a difference in people's life. Our services work
How do you do that, Maz?
by challenging what I think's right and not wrong. Take responsibility for what I do. If I do something wrong, I've got to take actions for my own consequences. And if I can't go away and blame other people.
Why is self-advocacy important? People have the right to be in control of their own lives.
Speak up for myself, gives me confidence to build.
Helps people make their own decisions and choices in their lives, even how big or small it is. The decision end is yours.
I can help others and be a good role model.
Improve services by working together, not tokenism, working in a partnership. What can a self-advocate do? Anyone can be a self-advocate, but to be a good self-advocate, people need to
Speak up. Speak up for things they believe in.
take responsibility for your own actions.
Understand my human rights and my responsibility.
Say what they feel and think in a positive way.
How to improve other people's lives.
How can we help each other be a good self-advocate? Spice Group has developed and now deliver a training course to help people become a confident self-advocate.
These are the things what we do. We make posters about more being happy and making posters be more makes you angry and sad. We use these posters.
How do we help each other to be good advocates? Talk about the plan, how we then overcome barriers in society, i.e. we want to have one of the barriers is money-wise, there's not enough finance to go around to help speaker groups stay strong.
Mars, do you know of any barriers?
Yeah, where people pull up when they don't want to discuss anything because they get too frightened to open up to others.
So what else do we do as part of the training now?
Relaxation, breathing and taking to calm you down, counting to 10. We talk about how you ask for help, our safety nets, and make a complaint.
How might you make a complaint?
Well, you go to the nearest place you can have, go to your family, your social worker, or your manager of the place where you live, or whoever if it's about a support worker, you go and tell the manager, or you can tell a friend, and it depends if it's so bad, the police need to be involved, then you go to the police.
Yeah, and here at Future Directions, this self-advocacy training has really become embedded within the organisation, and it's offered out to everybody who we support. And we really encourage people to attend it, and we'll adapt the training to meet people's needs. And we're firm believers that with the right support, self-advocacy is something that many people can achieve. So this training is about empowering people and giving them the right information and the tools so that they can speak up for themselves.
Handy tips on being a self-advocate. Plan what you want to say and how you're going to say it. Stay calm. People listen to you more if you are calm and assertive. Know when to ask for help and advice. Don't give up. Stay strong. You know your rights. Use your networks of family, friends, and support team to help you stay strong and be heard. What does a good support mean to us? Help us understand complex information. That means talk to us in English. Don't fob us off.
People who will listen to us.
People are interested in what I say.
People will give us time to talk.
People do what they say they are going to do it. Like I say, do it, walk the walk.
Don't take over and listen to what that person wishes. Treat us all equal and respect.
Help us to be confident and stay strong. People are honest with us about us, what is realistic and unachievable. Finally, it's fine us, but they don't build us up and then say you can't do it. It's not fair.
Everybody can stick up for themselves. Even if you don't use words or communicate very well. and understand.
People encourage us to say what we think, not what others want us to say. Final thoughts from Daniel and Maz. Over to Maz.
It's about sticking up for yourself and don't let people bring you down. Always think positive and not negative. Be part of the Spice group. Made me more confident and doing different things with the Spice group and made me talk more instead of being silent.
Final thought from you, Daniel?
Advocacy has helped me in a huge way. That it's not only myself, but other people. It's helped me like achieve things like not building the local long-stay hospital cemetery. They're not building it, but the fight is won, but the thing is won. Still got a long way to go. And another bit is helped me be respected by others and becoming like a recognised doctorate in the work that I do. So it's achieved, and to quote, I actually do join Spice are best.
And you mentioned about the cemetery. Did you want to explain a little bit? Because you've been involved in that campaign work, haven't you?
We've done a campaign work for a Northwest long stay hospital. That way I've lived in probably for years. So they were going to build on it. We have stopped. We did a long campaign and it took, like, we did a video and we got 10,000 likes on that video, and we got the acknowledgement of the bishop. He listened to us, and now they're not building on it. But the fight, that's one, but the fight is over. People take us seriously. We're not. Like I said, we're not as a class. We're not as second-class citizens. We are human beings, first-class human beings, not second class.
So finally, we'd like to thank Learning Disability England for having us and everybody for listening. These are our contact details, so if you'd like to contact us to find out more about Future Directions or the Spice Group and what we do, and about the self-advocacy training that we provide, then please contact us on these contact details. And now it's over to you, so if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask.